This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That little piece of music there was me having a bit of fun with four of my favourite guitars. I've called it Giving the Dogs a Run, because that's essentially what I was doing. All of those guitars, from my signature guitar, Blondie, that you saw in there, all the way down to the humble Paisley Telecaster copy, all have one thing in common, and that is they play remarkably well, beautifully well. Lovely, slinky, low action, effortless to play. And that's due in no small part to the fact that the truss rod is adjusted correctly on all of those guitars, which is what today's video is really all about, truss rod adjustment. Because the other day I got this email from a chap called Simon.
Hi John, you did ask for questions as possible video responses, so here's mine. In a recent Paisley guitar review, you said the truss rod needed a tweak in order to get it right. Could you possibly demonstrate this? Whenever I've tried to give the truss rod a tweak, the guitar ended up as firewood and me in A&E. Thanks for the YouTube videos, I've learned so much from you. Much appreciated. Regards, Simon.
Well, Simon, here's how I do it, and hopefully it'll work for you as well. Okay, this is a quick, and some would say quick and dirty way of checking neck relief truss rod adjustment. It's always worked for me, so this is kind of how I just do it, really. What you need to do is hold the 6th string down at the 1st fret, and then using your other hand, the pinky, your little finger on the other hand, hold the same string down at the last fret. And that now gives us a straight line, a perfectly straight line along that string between those two fixed points. So what we're going to do now is press the same string down at the 12th fret like that to see how much clearance there is. And what you're looking for is something that feels about the width of a business card, which is exactly what I'm getting here. What we're basically measuring is how far, or how much rather, the neck kind of curves away from that straight line created by holding the string down at the first and final frets. And as I say, if it's adjusted correctly, then it's going to be about It's going to feel about the kind of thickness of a average business card, and if you're kind of in that ballpark, then your neck relief is pretty much dialed in as it should be. And here is what that clearance should look like, you know, close up like this. So I'm holding the string down at the 2 points I mentioned, first and last fret, and just, you can see that slight amount of give in the string there. Now I'm doing this, demonstrating this on a guitar that I know is set up impeccably. This is my Les Paul Tribute, which has been through the whole plec process, so we know that this is a pretty good benchmark that you can see what the adjustment should look like, you know, when it's dialed in, as good as it's ever going to be. So there you go. That is what your neck relief should look like. Okay, then let's say that you've checked the neck relief and you've decided or ascertained that you need to adjust your truss rod. How do you go about doing it? Well, I'm going to show you on this guitar. This is Blondie, my signature guitar, and this guitar, like many these days, has the truss rod adjuster as a spoke wheel down here, and I'm going to use this tool. I'm going to show you how to use this tool to do this, but basically it's the same principle for however you adjust the truss rod. Maybe you might need to do it with an Allen key up at the headstock end like that, but this is how you would do it on this guitar here. So maybe you've checked the clearance at the 12th fret like we've discussed, and there is just too big a gap. Okay, the neck is curving away from the strings too much, creating a high action. How do you solve that? Well, you tighten the truss rod. So in case of this guitar here, I would put the little tool in there like that, and I would turn it this way, basically tightening it. You know, about a quarter of a turn at a time, and then check again, and then, you know, eventually you'll get it to the point where it's adjusted correctly. Maybe though there is no clearance at all, the string is laying absolutely flat on the frets when you press the string down at the 12th and at the first and final frets, and it's laying flat at the 12th fret. What do you do then? Well, you basically need to slacken the truss rod. So in that case you would turn it this way. Okay, just basically like slackening. I'm using the word slacken advisedly here because many guitars these days, this one included, has a dual action truss rod, so you're actually tightening it in one direction, applying you know, tension on the neck to counterbalance that with the strings, or you are applying tension in the other direction to you know, to add relief to the neck. So, you know, that is basically how you check your truss rod, your neck relief, and how you make adjustments according to what you found when you check the neck relief. There you go. And that solo that we kicked the video off with is available to download along with Jam Track that I was playing over, and a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional resources that go along with these YouTube videos. I'll put the that explanation of how to adjust the truss rod up there as well, just in case any of my wonderful Patreon supporters want to download it and keep that as well. But that's pretty much the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed what you've seen and found it useful and informative in some small way, and if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Why not give me a like while you're at it? Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time. We drink beer and talk about music and guitars. It's very simple and very pleasing. A great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.